brought with you onto the truck. Don't drop anything out in the reserve, and here we go. Now we are in the reserve, guys. We're heading in through the Aturi Forest, and usually these animals in the forest are kind of hard to find. Lots of striped animals, so they blend in really well with all the trees and bushes. But if you take a look over to the right-hand side, right in the middle of that hill is an okapi. Now it kind of looks like a big brown horse wearing zebra pajamas. The okapi, despite those stripes, not at all related to the zebra. That is, in fact, the only living relative of what? Anybody know? Giraffe! Yes, absolutely right. Did you know that already, or were you just paying attention to the signs in the queue? Signs in the queue. Awesome. Good job. That's fine. All right. So, yes, only living relative of the giraffe. You're absolutely right. Now, speaking of signs, really quick, everybody take a look up above your head. That right up there is your animal spotting guide. I am a big fan of what we're going to call the interactive safari. I like to have some fun while we're out here. It makes for a much shorter 2 weeks. Trust me. So any questions at all you guys have, anything you see on the guide that you want to know more about, even from the back of the truck, I can hear you. So if you have a question, like I said, go bananas, yell it out. Sounds good. Now that, right over there to the left-hand side, is a black rhino. They are the smaller of the two types of rhino you're going to see. They're about 3,000 pounds or so. Now, unfortunately for the black rhino, they are exceptionally rare. There are less than 5,000 of them left anywhere in the world, including him. Usually pretty hard to find. Now, over to the right-hand side, up on the hill, you can see some bongos up there at the top. Bongo like the drum. A little closer to us, those are female greater kudu. But then, check it out right here on the left through the bushes. There's the big male bongo hanging out right there. You see him with his big old horns? That's his spot. He hangs out there pretty much all day. He's comfy. Alright, so out of the forest, guys, on to our next stop. We're going to head up to the Safi River. See what's going on over here. Now, this is a good time if you want to check out a little closer. Check out that animal spotting guide up above your head. Because I have to ask, are there any animals on the animal spotting guide that you are really excited to see today? Anything specific? Giraffes, crocodiles, cheetah. Very enthusiastic cheetah added to the list back there. What was the last one? Flamingo. Okay. Anything else? How about hippos?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good, because we're going to start with hippos. Somewhere down in the water on the right. Watch close, you might see some hippos down there. Now a hippo when it's born, that's about 85 pounds or so. But fully grown like a big male hippo, almost 6,000 pounds. They are really, really fast on land, despite their size. Believe it or not, a hippo cannot run a person. No problem at all, almost 30 miles an hour. However,
just a sun
you guys
shower.
Look over behind the island on the left. That's about all you're ever going to see a hippo do. You see that? What looks like rocks sticking up out of the water? Those are hippos. Yeah. That's all they do. All day. Now, anytime you see a big group of hippos all huddled together, it's called a bloat. And they can spend about 8 minutes or so totally underwater before they have to come up for air. 8 minutes at a time. Like those two. You can see at least the one completely underwater. She'll just kind of come up, stick her nose up above the water, take a big deep breath, and go right back down again.
Shower.
All day. The big white birds you can see kind of moving around on the island. The one in the back. Those are pink-back pelicans.
Don't like that.
Alright, so luckily, that truck up ahead got across this really old bridge. I say luckily because those are Nile crocodiles down in the water underneath us. So they just tested it out for us. I think we'll be okay. Now, the Nile crocodile can grow up to 20 feet long, and at that length, they'll weigh about 1,000 pounds. They are really, really big, really strong, and the Nile crocodile in particular, very aggressive, very territorial animal, so distance is a good thing, believe me. Honestly, I'm just glad we're going to make it across this bridge, and we are... Woohoo! We're out of here. All right. So from here, guys, we can head on to a completely different ecosystem up ahead. We've already been through the forest and the river, so our next stop's going to be the grasslands, or the savanna. This should be a pretty good spot to see some more antelope. We'll probably see some African cattle, and if we get lucky just up ahead, this is where we're looking for the giraffes. So whoever it was that wanted to see giraffes, this will be your spot. Now, just past this big rock on the right-hand side, this is one of the best views you're going to get of the reserve, but we're already driving into a big traffic jam, so We'll see how we do. Now these are the grasslands. Out in Big Africa, the Serengeti grasslands, they stretch for a couple 100 miles. We're on the eastern side of the continent. And usually you get lots of different types of animals out there, because there's lots of different types of food for everybody. Kinda like, what we're gonna start with, these are Ankole cattle over to the right hand side. Probably see the big giant horns first. Horns can grow up to about 3 feet long and about 20 inches around at their head. In the middle over here, these are sable antelope. The male, the only male in the group, only adult male, is the really, really dark one, almost black. Those big thick horns. Now the really cool thing about the sable antelope, they are one of very few prey animals, if not the only prey animal, that when there is a lion or a cheetah in the area, they don't automatically run away. They don't default to the flight response like most prey animals do. What they'll do instead is they will form a line in front of their babies, and as the lion or the cheetah gets close enough, they'll drop to their 2 front knees and bow their head. Where does that put those horns? Pretty much right at like neck level of the lion, yeah. They're pretty tough. And that picture right there on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve sign, you can see that's the sable. They're kind of our mascot out here. So from there, guys, looks like everything else that lives out here on the savannah is probably going to be up around the corner over there. So you guys have any questions at all so far? Because I'm kind of out of stuff to talk about till you get there.
What are the things on the trees?
What are the nets on the trees?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you said? Yeah. Okay, so, well, easiest way to start that, I blame the giraffes. Let's put it that way. Giraffes eat for about 18 hours a day. They eat everything and as much as they can. When they run out of stuff that they can reach easily, like the moss or the leaves, they'll go after the bark. And these particular trees have very soft bark. They'll strip the tree clean and they'll actually kill the tree. So the net is to slow them down a little bit. Most of the time now you just see the giraffes licking the tree through the net, but it's a step. This will be a much better look at the sable antelope. You can see the matriarch, the dominant female way over there in the back. She's the one with the funny shaped horns. You can see how everybody else's are shaped kind of like a C curved backwards. Hers are shaped more like a Y. Alright, so anybody know what these animals are coming up on the right hand side?
Yeah.
They're not zebras.
Yeah.
Which is everybody's first guess. No. These are white bearded wildebeest. And if you look at them really close from here, you can see that big long white beard under their chin. A couple different types of wildebeest. They are, however, the biggest animal migration throughout Africa every year. A couple million of them. Well, I think we found the giraffes.
Oh, yeah.
See them up ahead yet? On the left. I'll give you a hint anyway. So there are 9 different types of giraffe, 9 different subspecies. The only difference between any of the 9 types of giraffe in the world, you guys have a guess what it is? No. Giraffes are completely identical, except for their spots. That is the only difference between any of them. These, coming up on our left-hand side, just past these big bushes, these are side giraffes. You can tell by the really splotchy spots. There's 3 babies in the group, and 2 of them are sitting, all 3 of them are sitting on the ground right there in the middle. Dad is the one in the back with those really, really dark spots. couple more Ankoli cattle over there to the right. Alright, so we are finally at the end of the savannah. Do you guys have any last questions before we head on? Nope. Okay, so we're heading off the savannah now. We're going to go on to Monkey Point. We will probably see some monkeys just up ahead. And then after that, we'll go catch up with a herd of elephants a little further down the road. But first things first, Monkey Point is this area on the left. We're looking for the troop of those guys, mandrills, that lives right up there, top of the rock. There is a dominant male in every troop of mandrills, really, really big, really brightly colored, hanging out right behind the rock, so you can see the 3 mandrills hanging out. I don't actually see the big guy, but...
Big rock.